welcome back to the Morning Brew. Hope you're having a great morning. Our special in-studio guest, as promised. Look at that smile. Zikei Brooks.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good.
All right, look at, he said nice to meet me. That's all right.
Yes, sir.
Zikei Brooks, semifinalist on the Food Network's Chop Junior.
Yes, sir.
How old are you, Jackie?
12.
12. Tell us where you go to school.
Callaway Middle School.
Callaway Middle School.
Yes, sir.
All right, and tell us your mom. You got any brothers and sisters?
I have 2 brothers on my mom's side and
Okay.
3 sisters on my dad's side.
Okay, and tell us your mom's name because we want to give her a shout out.
Aldous Brooks.
Aldous Brooks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Zikei, you're 12 years old, very young, kind of like Jesus when
Yes,
he was
sir.
12 and came on the scene. Tell us, how long have you been cooking?
Since I was like 8 years old.
8 years old.
Yes, sir.
And does this get old to you, telling everybody your story over again, or is it new to you? Because a lot of people don't know you, so we're going to have to start from the beginning.
So it's kind of like a little bit of both. Like sometimes when I tell it to the same people, it gets old, but like when I tell it to new people, I feel new.
I understand telling things over and over again to the same people.
Yes,
I understand that wholeheartedly. We have somebody here. That's another story. But anyway, so you were a guest on the Food Network's Chop Junior.
Yes, sir.
How did they discover Zikei Brooks?
Well, I competed in the Troup County, the district school-wide competition, 2014, and then I forgot his name, but the man that was over me, they called and asked him did he know any kids that would be interested in doing it, and he told them me.
You?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you didn't hesitate when they called?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, when you competed in that competition, what did you prepare?
Well, it was a mystery basket, so I didn't know until I actually got up there. So in the first round, I made a pasta. The second round, I made fried squab with coleslaw sauce. And then in the last round, I made an ice cream with a fruit puree.
Say that again?
A fruit puree.
Fruit puree. I can hardly say that.
Yes, sir.
Now, squab, just in case, we talk about that after we saw the show.
Yes,
the
sir.
show was incredible. Some of our viewers actually got a chance to see the show.
Yes, sir.
And we're actually trying to pull the video where we can get you guys a date and time where we can actually show it again.
Yes, sir.
Now, tell us what squab is again.
It's pigeon.
It's pigeon. Did they tell you where they get the pigeon from?
Oh, no, sir, they didn't.
They didn't. Okay, all right. Now, tell us some of the judges that was on the show.
You had Jeanette McCarty, you had Chef Alex, her last name is hard to say, and you had Chef Tiffany. She's from, Chef Tiffany, I think she's from Houston, Texas, and the rest of them, they're from up north.
Up north?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Zikei, I noticed one thing. Of course, I was just impressed with the whole show. I never really watched the Food Network because my wife and my daughter, they watched those shows and
Yes,
Chop
sir.
Junior and everything. But I was impressed with everything, the way you carried yourself, the way you represented yourself. But I also noticed how whenever you had the opportunity, you shared with them that you are a minister.
Yes, sir.
So tell us what church you're affiliated with, and then tell us how you became a minister.
Eagles Nest Cathedral.
Eagles Nest Cathedral, and that's in West Point, Georgia?
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
right across the street from Bethlehem.
Bethlehem. Okay, now you're a minister.
Yes, sir.
In what way?
A youth minister.
Youth minister.
Yes, sir.
And what do you bring to the table as being a youth minister? What are some assets or attributes that you have that other kids, that you think they may see when they look at you?
They can, sometimes like they can tell by like the tone in my voice that I'm like mature.
Right.
Cause like, like sometimes when I talk, a lot of people say, oh, why is he talking like that? Cause the people that like I'm around, they don't talk the way I talk. It's kind of like slang and that way, but I'm just really happy that I have this opportunity because, I still make mistakes in my life, and some of the mistakes that I make, I really regret sometimes, but I know that God is a forgiving God, and He will always forgive me.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
And I noticed when I talked with you a couple of weeks ago, you said you wanted to be an inspiration to other kids.
Yes, sir.
Explain that to us.
What I mean by that is, when I say I want to be an inspiration to kids, is I want the youth to have somebody look up in their generation, not just looking around in the world and saying, oh, they are this or oh, they are that. I just don't want kids growing up thinking that they have to do what everybody else can do. You can be your own person, live in your own world, and just be you.
Now, Zikei, you, like I said, you're 12, and you have a lot of wisdom at such a young age. I'm sure your mother had a lot to do with this. Tell us how influential your mother was as far as helping you become who you are early in life.
Well, she, I was bullied 2 years. No, I had a rough childhood.
Wow.
I dealt with racism. I dealt with bullying. I dealt with suicidal thoughts. I just dealt with a lot of stuff, and I had a terrible childhood.
Wow.
And she was the only person at the time that I could actually, talk to, because anybody else that I tried to talk to, they would go back and tell their people and make fun of me. And she was the only person that actually had my back besides God.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. And looking at you on Chop Jr., looking at the way you carry yourself, as I talked about earlier, you never would have thought that Zikei Brooks would have experienced any of these things that you just shared with me.
No, because the people that, treated me wrong, they always said I would never be anything, I would never amount to anything. And not too long ago, when I seen them in person, they actually tried to be my friend again, and I'm still thinking about it, because it's hard to forgive somebody for everything that they've done for you. But the Bible says, if I forgive you, why shouldn't you forgive me?
Right. So that's something you're working on.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm at a loss for words, but I know now. Are people coming up to you now, since they've, people that you may go to school with,
yes,
people
sir.
who've seen Chop Jr., are they coming up to you now, telling you what you mean to them or how you may have inspired them? Are you hearing a lot of that now?
Yes, I hear a lot of it. When I go to school, people try to, escort me to class. Girls try to talk to me, and it's just, it's not hard, but I just want to make sure that I stay on task and stay humble, because that's one thing you have to do. I can have all the fame, but if I'm not humble and I try to put other people down just because I think I'm better than them, I can get punished for that, really, really bad.
Wow. I know some people are watching, probably thinking that you're from another planet.
Yeah.
But you're not. And looking at you, there is hope for our youth.
Yes, sir.
There's hope for our generation.
Yeah.
And you are a living proof of that, a living witness of that. So tell us some of the TVs. I know since you've, TV stations, I know since you've competed on Chop Jr., tell us about some other visits that you've been invited on.
Okay, so I do have a talent agency that's in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm with Jay Parvis. She has worked with a lot of famous people, and I auditioned in July, wasn't it? In July, and that was when I met her. And as soon as I came in, she said that she feels that I was a star. And what they do is they give you a line to say, about a commercial. I had Oreos, so I talked about it. And then, out of all the kids, I was the only one that remembered everything, the only one that, put emphasis into it. And she said the other kids, they were, shy, and they weren't like themselves. And that's something that I told them. I was like, you don't have to, try to act a certain type of way just to please them. Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Yes, sir.
Wow. And I noticed that on Chop Jr., you were definitely in your element. You were definitely being yourself. So you've also been invited to WRBL in Columbus.
Yes, sir. And I think it was, was it WTVM?
WTVM?
Okay, they came to our house.
Okay.
And then 2 years ago, I went to Vernon Woods to cook with my mentor, Jeffrey Tucker.
Jeffrey Tucker, all right.
the retirement center.
That's it.
And I think that was basically it. And there's many opportunities. My school, Callaway, they were talking. Some of the teachers asked, "Could I do something like cook, like for Christmas, or something like that?" So I'm talking to the principal about that.
Talking to the principal about that.
Yes, sir.
And Zikei, I know. I just want to share this with our audience. When I was talking with you and your mom a couple of weeks ago, and you were telling me how you knew my wife.
Yes, sir.
And when you shared, your mom shared with me a specific incident. That's when I knew you.
Yes, sir.
You actually you found some money, right?
A wad. It was
wad of money. How,
I think it was a fundraiser in 6th grade, and it was a fundraiser, and I was coming out the band room, and the girl, when I was coming out, it's like it was just a wad of money just laying there in a big old envelope. It was like an envelope, but like it was so much money that the envelope was like breaking. So I didn't know who the girl was, and she was like running off to catch up with her friends. So when I was walking up the hall, I told one of the teachers, and they escorted me to your wife, Miss Deborah Dunn. And that was when I met her, and then from there on, we've like just been like friends. Like she always called me up to her office, and we talked and we laughed, and it was just a really fun experience just get to know her.
Wow. And I just commend you, man. Integrity, character, and you finding a wad of money, and you turning it over to the right people so it can get back in the rightful hands.
Yes, sir.
So, Zikei, what's your favorite subject in school?
It's kind of hard.
All the teachers at school, they can't hear you right now, so you can go ahead.
So, like, I'm good in all of my classes, but I have to say my favorite subject would have to be social studies.
Social studies.
Because, like, it's just good learning about history. You know, some of the history books don't tell you, like, all the true stuff, so it's just good to go look things up and do reports on different things. And yeah, it's social studies.
Social studies. Okay, all right. You like any of your favorite television shows? You have any favorite television shows, cooking shows, anything like that? Or you just kind of watch a little bit of everything?
I watch a little bit of everything every now and then.
Okay, all right. Well, Zikei, it has been a pleasure to have you to be a guest on the Morning Brew.
Yes, sir.
Much success in everything you touch. You know, the favor of God is already on you and your family's life.
Yes, sir.
So just keep walking in His favor, and the sky's the limit for Zikei Brooks and his family.
Yes, sir.
And man, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be talking soon. Zikei Brooks, y'all give it up for Zikei Brooks. All right, we're going to pause and take a commercial break, and when we come back, more of the Morning Brew.